Good morning. I'm here in glorious, sunny, hot Cornwall, and I've been visiting Cornwall for 21 years and I've never had weather like this on a visit. So I'm taking full advantage of it. I've got the Brompton Electric with me today. I'm really glad of that because of the heat and the hills of Cornwall. I have ridden a road bike around Cornwall before, my first time ever clipped in fact, and the hills are pretty brutal here, so I'm glad for the electric assist. Now, today's challenge is I have a 50k ride. There's some hills, and the battery range is, for me, between 50 and 70 something, depending on how hilly. So I think I'm gonna have to conserve battery a little bit today. Let's get going. I'll show you some beautiful parts of this amazing part of the country. I haven't gotten very far, so sometimes when I put the Brompton in the car, I like to make sure it's really stable and not, banging around in the back of the car. And that means sometimes the fender gets a bit bent and squashed, so I was having a lot of rub. So I've just had to stop and straighten the fender so that I don't have rub and then cause tire problems. So off to a slow start. So when I made this route, I was pretty sure a section it was taking me through was some back roads that were probably not even paved. So that is the case, and some of it is not really Brompton rideable. But it means that you end up in places like this and see things like that. So it's, worth pushing the bike a little bit and enjoying the views. You can just see everything from up here. It's beautiful. Just going to continue down. Where I'm trying to get to is the wishing well. So when I get there, I'll show you what the wishing well is all about. It's pretty cool. This is the chapel of Holy St Modron. It's really cool. It's just not touristy. It's just in the middle of the woods. I came here on my very first visit to Cornwall, and so I just find it really magical that there's these really old things everywhere in England, because I'm Canadian, and stuff that's really old in Canada is like 200 years old. So I find this stuff fascinating. The less touristy, the better. And as you can see, there's no signs, there's no tourists, there's nothing. So I like this kind of thing. It's kind of magical. I'm gonna go stop at the wishing well on the way back out. Now, the path, as you can see, is really overgrown, a lot more than since last time I was here, but normally I walk in and I don't ride in, but it is actually rideable until the hedges and branches get too low. So yeah, I'm just gonna ride back out. This is St Modron's wishing well. The water, the well or the creek or whatever it is really low, so they must not be getting a lot of rain around here. But as ever, there's many ribbons and many wishes, but I don't have anything to tie to it. I'll have to come back with my friend and make my wish tomorrow. I just rode the coastal path from Penzance to Marazion, and annoyingly, a good section of it was shut for construction. Construction in high season? It's not great. So I chose to push the Brompton on the beach. Probably a lot more hard work than riding on the road, but I love the beach, and I grew up in Nova Scotia and love the beach, and I miss it. Marazion, the tide was low enough so that the causeway was open, and that causeway is actually part of the National Cycling Network route. I didn't go over. It is cobbled, so I'm not sure riding it on a Brompton would be great, but I'll show you pictures. It was rammed. I got my ice cream, so I'm fueled up for my ride from Marazion to St Ives. I'm really glad to have the electric Brompton today because it's hot and it's hilly. So I'm gonna nip into St Ives, see what it's like, See how crowded it is. I'll probably do a loop and get out of town because it's probably gonna be nuts. So you can see the lovely St Ives behind me. This is only the second time in 21 years I've seen it in the sun, and it is glorious. It is also, I can see it from up here, it is rammed. So I'm a bit feeling like, might skip the town. Been there a billion times and might go find a pub on the outskirts and a beer garden, I think might be more appealing. Oh, this is why you want an e-bike in Cornwall. These sneaky little hills are steep and they go on and on. Around every bend you think it's going to end, but no, there's more. It's so hot. So nice to have assist. I have two lights left and to pump up into turbo, but getting a little workout. And it keeps going and going. On a normal bike, no way I could be talking to you guys. That's the view. Ooh. Oh, there is a view. I'm gonna stop. A view. Look at that view. It's lovely sea breeze though. You can feel the cooler air. Now I'm going down the secret lane to my friend's. So I guess the beer garden's going to be my friend's garden, which is a lovely garden, you'll see, to sit and have a beer, which I do have in the fridge. Perfect day, beer in the sun after a bike ride. So I timed my battery power perfectly. Did a little turbo mode to get out of St Ives, and just a little bit left for the last climb here. Brilliant day on a bike. And even though it's hot, even though there are lots of hills, I still have energy left to hang out with my friends tonight and yeah, have a good time. I'm back at my friend's house. This is where my beer garden is, my IPA in my skull mug. Should be a pirate mug, I think. I find like the accent in Cornwall sounds like pirates. Anyway, so yeah, had a great day. The Brompton Electric was the perfect bike for today. It was so hot and sunny. The first time I've ever been here in proper hot summer weather, and I loved it. Obviously, I have 2 more days here, so I'm going to enjoy it with my friends, and we'll be hanging out, eating lots of cream teas, but they don't cycle, so yeah, I spent today cycling while my friend was working, and we'll be enjoying Cornwall and avoiding tourists for the rest of the weekend. The Cornish call tourists emmets, which is Cornish for ants. So, and that about describes it. School holidays actually start this weekend, so it should get even worse from here on out. So, yeah, good luck to my friends who live here.